Hi guys, this is Autumn. Josh is actually working. He's working a lot this weekend. He worked 12 yesterday, 12 today, and 16 tomorrow. So I just thought I'd help his view time here on YouTube, maybe say hi, maybe tell you a couple stories about Josh, some things maybe he would never want you to know or maybe never tell you on YouTube. So too bad for him. He's working, so he's not in control right now. So one thing you might not know about us is that we actually met online when it was AOL dial-up. You know, You've Got Mail. Everybody remembers that movie? Well, we actually met that way, You've Got Mail. And he was online actually for Baseball Fantasy, his Baseball Fantasy League back in 2000. And he decided to pop over to a Christian chat room, and there I was. And he started talking to me, and the rest is history, I guess. We met on April 14th. We met in person over Memorial Day weekend. I lived in Montana, and then I flew out here in June, and he proposed on June 17th on Mackinac Island. I moved here July 1st, and we were married October 14th the same year, so 6 months from the day that we met. He likes to move fast. So maybe that's something he wouldn't tell you. Maybe there's something else he wouldn't tell you. Some of his friends might tell you that when he used to travel with them when they were younger, he would vacation. Josh loves to travel. Loves, 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 loves. In fact, he's never met a person he couldn't have a conversation with. It doesn't matter if you're 5 months old or 100 years old, and anywhere in between, he can find common ground. He's definitely a people person, but when he used to travel with the guys way back when, he would put the money for the trip in Pringle cans. I am happy to say that we have graduated up from Pringle cans, and we're actually using a real debit card now. When we first got married, we were using money orders. We didn't even have a checkbook. It was weird, savings account, not even a checking account. Finally got him into the debit card mode. He's definitely the type of guy that likes to take care of the finances. He still uses a green ledger book, and he still has a fund for everything, even a fund for fun. So you can imagine when we first got married, it was a little bit to get used to. And if you didn't know, I'm an accountant by trade, so I should be totally used to accounting for things. But for whatever reason, explaining every 50 cents I spent on a piece of gum or whatever it was a little hard at first. So it's kind of like discipline meets compulsive. And, we were kind of like one of those advertisements you'd see in the magazines where it's like geek versus goddess or geek meets goddess or whatever. Well, we're definitely discipline meets compulsive. So now, good news is he's got me trained really well. So when I go to the grocery store, it takes me 4 hours to go shopping because I put everything in the cart, I walk around the store 5 times, and I put everything back, and then I grab a few things and I leave. So he's got me trained. He trained me good. So that's just a couple more things about Josh. So as I was saying, Josh loves, 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 loves to travel. But there was this one trip in 2008 where I called him up and I said, we need to go somewhere. I tend to be more of the spontaneous one. I don't know if anybody's ever watch Dave Ramsey, but he talks about different things like one of you's the nerd and, one of you's the free spirit. Well, I'm the free spirit and Josh is not. He is the nerd. So I contacted him. I called him up, and I was like, hey, honey, he was working B shift, I think at the time, or C shift. I can't remember, but he was working till 11. And I was like, you know what? I can have the kids in the car packed. Let's go. Let's go to New York, super exciting. And he was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. And so I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So I finally convinced him to do it. We get in the car. I said, I'll even drive through the night to get us to Niagara Falls because I wanted to go to New York. And so I'm not a good night driver, but somehow I was able to drive all night. That's how excited I was. So he got home, we packed up the kids, got in the car, we drove out, we got to Niagara Falls around 7 a.m. It was quite the adventure. Well, the first 2 days of the trip, which was only a 5-day trip, so you can imagine how crazy fast it was, it rained. And Josh kept saying, if I would have planned this trip, it never would have rained. So lesson learned, no more spontaneous trips. He needs a little bit of notice to plan. We still laugh about it to this day because then it stopped raining and everything was good. We had a great time. But again, Josh loves to travel. He loves to adventure. I was an adventure for him. He traveled out to meet me, and we continue on the adventures. We've been a lot of places. We've been to Montana. We've been to Colorado. We've been to Wyoming. We've been to Arizona. We've been down to Oklahoma. He's been to 49 of the 50 states, and he has one more to go, Alaska, And I did tell him if he goes to Alaska without me to not come back because I won't be here. Because he gets more vacation time than I do, so that's kind of another joke between us. But of course he's going to wait for me to go to Alaska, and of course I want to drive the whole way there and the whole way back because I think that would be the best time ever, and I would love to camp. Sounds like a good time. So just a few nuggets about Josh. Thanks for watching our channel. We really appreciate it. He really wants to grow this channel. We love people, we love adventuring, and so life is an adventure for us. Sometimes it's drone videos, sometimes it's tractor videos, sometimes it's videos with the dogs, sometimes it's just simple things, sometimes it's grand, big adventures where we're going on big trips. And this year's definitely going to be full of some big adventures as we move our last child down to college, but just thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. We hope you like our channel, and we'd love if you'd subscribe. The more view time we can get, the closer we'll get to our goal of 4,000 hours. So he's really been working hard. He's not a techie guy, but he's really been trying to learn it. So I'm just helping him out, getting him some view hours. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll stop by later with some more adventures and more stories about Josh, because those are just a few from the vault. So maybe more will get released later. Thanks, and have a great day.